Yesterday was the birthday of our brother Eddie Mutwe. And I thought it's important to salute him together with other political prisoners. So Eddie Mutwe, we know that you're following. Happy belated birthday and salutations to all the comrades there. Ladies and gentlemen, so much has been said. But I have to say this, that Ugandans continue to witness the true nature, the true character, the true DNA of the NRA/NRM. Many times we've been telling people, but by the grace of God, it is all coming clear to all and sundry, that the true representation of NRA is what Museveni has always been saying, Boba Yekera, Yesaba Yekera. These are rebels, and their nature is stealing or robbing, is lying, and is killing. It has not just started now. It started since the days of Luwero. You all remember that on the burial of Adonia Tiberondwa, one of the senior leaders, Kaindo Tafiri, came out and said that they always put on the UPC uniform, went around villages of Uganda killing people as false flags to implicate the government and military of Milton Obote. It has not stopped, ladies and gentlemen. These people have no respect for human life whatsoever. They have no truth in them whatsoever. Now, you have seen reports awash media about the fake bombs, and these reports are coming from the UPDF itself. Well, they are admitting it now, but we've been seeing it and we've been questioning. You all remember the bombs that went off along Parliamentary Avenue. And these were the justification for them to go to Congo even before Parliament passed it. Now, just recently, on Martyrs' Day, you saw bombs going off on camera as if it was a movie, as if it was scripted. But unfortunately, there's human life involved here. People died, and then the UPDF, this spokesperson of Mohozi, came out and said they also shot a woman who was suspected to be a terrorist. Now, a few days ago, just recently, you saw in Kalerwe, where another Ugandan was shot and killed. All these were lies. Eventually, they are admitting it themselves that they were lies. But I must say that there's human life and human freedom involved here, because it is these bombs that were paraded to arrest our brothers Umar Magala, Moyodi, Machete, and many of our comrades are in prison, being charged with terrorism, being charged with these bombs, which are fake. These are excuses to take away money from the old and thoughtless Museveni. You all remember when we had our massive rally in Luwero, because the regime had no justification to stop us. They said they had intelligence that ADF was intending to use bombs on us. This has been an excuse always to stop us from moving, but also an excuse for them to siphon taxpayers' money, the money that is always hidden under the classified budget. Now here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Our comrades are in prison. Our people are being killed. Nobody has been held accountable. But because they are fighting amongst each other, the truth is coming out. This should show you the nature of the regime that is presiding over our country, a typically criminal regime. Now, as if that is not enough, the regime continued to rule us with terror, with fear, trying to turn Ugandans against each other, of course using violence. It has not just started now some of you see goons being used by the regime, but it has not started now. You saw what happened recently on the streets of Kampala. It has not just started now. I'll take you back a little. In 2001, they used what they called Kalangala Action Plan, led by Kakoza Mutale, picking poor ghetto people and turning them against the population, beating, killing, and terrorizing the people. Every electoral cycle that comes, they always bring up a new group. Like I said, 2001, it was Kalangala Action Plan, led by Kakoza Mutale. In 2006, they brought what they called Chiboko Squad. In 2011, they brought Boda Boda 2010, led by Chitata, using common poor Ugandans against each other. Now, in 2016, you all remember, they went in ghettos picking young people, and they put up what they called crime preventers, led by Kaihura. They terrorized people, they killed people, and their leader came out proudly with impunity and said, we can kill for the president. And indeed, they killed. No accountability, nobody has been held accountable. But remember, all these people that they use, they don't end well. They either eliminate them or they throw them back to the dungeons of poverty. Now, in 2021, because it was unusual, it was not politics as usual, they combined them. They brought CMI, they brought military police, they brought crime intelligence, they brought SFC. And of course, they used a few other poor people, including our former friends, because that was the only way to counter us. It did not work because it was exposed. Now what are they doing? Because they know I come from the ghetto. Museveni tasked one of his lieutenants called Damolira Christopher, and they started going from ghetto to ghetto, recruiting common ghetto youths. And they started what they call ghetto structure. What was their duty? To terrorize people, to cause mayhem, to kill if necessary, in order to keep the people's hopes and aspirations down. Just recently, as you all saw, they were unleashed on the streets of Kampala. They went robbing, live on camera. All of you saw it. And as we've been saying, that in a terrible regime, nobody is safe. Among the victims was former CID chief Grace Akulo. They went as far as killing people. There's a lady called Nachiwala Sophie. She was killed, and the police was very quick to come out and defend the criminals. But because we are living in a digital era where everything is seen in real time, they were so ashamed, and this is what they did. They went and started picking some vulnerable ghetto youth in order to clean their image. And that's why we always tell you that these people don't care about you. They will use you, they will dump you, and they will not only dump you, but they follow you and destroy you so that you don't implicate them. That's exactly what they did. You saw ghetto youth crying, paid only 10,000 to rob them of their future. So, once again, I want to speak to you, my fellow ghetto people. The people that are using you, they are using you to rob you of your future. And to the ghetto parents, your children are putting not only themselves but also you in danger, because imagine what the family of Nachiwala is thinking. One day the people might rise in mob justice, and they will not only come for your children, but they will come for you too. So do what you can as parents. Talk to your children. Otherwise, they are in danger. People don't forget. I come from the ghetto. I had so many friends. Sobi was my friend. Zebra was my friend. Where I come from, Kamocha, Penjari is dead. Rastone is dead. Mad Beast has only one eye, and that's the only survivor. Crime does not pay, especially when you're implicating it on your people. You saw that even regime people were arguing on TV. Namiaro came out and said billions were invested in that project. They use you to steal taxpayers' money, and they're going to destroy you after destroying your future and the future of your children. These same people don't like you. Damulira himself commanded an operation that killed 4 youth, shooting them point blank at Acacia Mall. You all saw that. No accountability was given. Eventually, you regret, but it will be too late. On Saturday, we go to learn that 6 ghetto youth were picked from Kulekana. There's a ghetto called Kasokoso. They were picked and taken to Ndeje and killed. Why? Because they want to cover the evidence. Wake up, my ghetto people. These people don't love you. They're using you, and they're using you against yourselves. That's all I can say to you. Aina magezi awulire. There's also a matter that I want to address. It was talked about by the chairperson of our election management committee, and I want to add my voice on it. Yes, I also watch what goes on social media, and I be seeing everything that happens. I've seen the concerning claims from many of our members, unfortunately, including senior leaders. We don't take such claims lightly. And Madam Chair and comrades, I want to announce now that I've instituted a special committee to investigate these claims. We serve the people. We are people power. And everybody that has a claim has to be listened to. To those that are claiming that having their complaints, we hear you. But again, I say to you that we don't take our claims and our complaints to social media because we are an institution. Therefore, I hereby constitute a committee to investigate this. This committee is going to be led by our Deputy President from Western Uganda, Mama Jolie Jacqueline Tukamshaba. She's a Muchiga, she doesn't play. On that committee, we shall also have the Deputy Secretary General, Honorable Aisha Kabanda. We shall have the Organizing Secretary, Dr. Kanabi Moses, and we shall also have our Legal Secretary, Comrade Erotu. Please, whoever has a complaint, I hereby call upon you, bring that complaint officially. Come and complain, you will be listened to. No voice will be silenced. But again, no propaganda will be tolerated at the same time. Please bring that complaint to the Deputy President or one of those leaders. We are going to give it a whole week. Bring those complaints and please bring some evidence with it. I was listening to the Secretary General sometime and I agree with him. Find any smart or creative way to get evidence. If somebody is trying to pick money from you or to demand for sex from you, especially the ladies, or any other favor, please record it. Find the evidence. I know we live in an era of AI. We can tell through lies. But we want evidence so that we deal with that once and for all. Please raise those complaints institutionally, not on social media. I must also mention that after the findings, there will be sanctions, and those sanctions will go up to disqualification of anybody that is found culpable. those that are trying to cajole you, pick money from you, if it's found true, those that are trying to arm twist you, there will be sanctions. So those that are doing that will be punished. But even you, if you're found lying, you will also be punished, because we must be transparent. The truth must prevail. We know that those that are in positions might use their positions against those that are smaller. But also, some leaders might also be targeted. So we must follow the matter to a logical conclusion. And finally, our Secretary General has talked about that, and I will assert it. Yes, the NUP is the only party that does not charge people for party tickets. That doesn't mean we have money. We don't have money. Tetuina Sainte, and we need money. You've heard that Museveni has put aside 30 billion shillings, not only to divide the opposition, but to fund those that are fighting the National Unity Platform, because the NUP refused to compromise with Museveni. We need money for posters. We need money for transport. We need money for the campaign. So next Monday, we are going to launch our fundraising drive. All of you here and those watching us, we need your assistance. I will also contribute, but next Monday, whoever wishes the NUP well, please come with the little that you can come with. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.